The person you're seeing on your screen right now is Richard Onumegbu. He was a civilian staff of the Nigerian Ministry of Defense. He worked there for 15 years and he dedicated his life to that ministry. He worked in the laboratory. But on the 26th of March 2024, Richard did not come back home. His family was worried. His sister, who he was living with, was worried. Unknown to them that Richard was being beaten, brutalized, battered for 7 good hours. Richard was beaten from 8 p.m. on the 26th of March to 1 a.m. on the 27th of March. What was his crime? Richard loves taking care of dogs. One of his bosses was not around and he was like, I'm leaving my dog in your care. So after work, as usual, Richard went to take care of those dogs. And there was a particular lady living in that compound that is always bullying Richard. Imagine seeing Richard and you call him dog boy. But that day, he decided to stand for himself. And he said, I've had enough of your bullying. And they had a little bit of altercations. The lady tried to slap him and he tried to defend himself. Being a man, he had the upper hand. He did not touch this lady. Because of the whole back and forth, this lady got pinned on the floor by Richard. And he asked her, you would have to apologize to me before I would let you go. Realizing that she had wronged him, she apologized to Richard. And Richard let her go. He never laid his hands on this lady. Unknowing to Richard that this lady went to get mobilization. So she came back with 5 Navy staff. They came there and 4 of them, without even listening to his side of the story, they started to brutalize Richard. They kicked him, they punched him, they hit him. I mean, the pictures are there for you to see what 4 people, there were 5, but 4 carried out this inhumane act on Richard. They beat him to the extent that Richard, his bones, everything, he was so sore and swollen. Unfortunately, on Easter Sunday, his family got a call that Richard had died. He died. He even, to show you how much Richard loved the Navy, how much he loved his job, with the whole bruises on his body, he still went to work. And he died at work. You can see the pictures. That was when they discovered the body of Richard, swollen from the bruises and injuries he sustained from being beaten for 7 hours. Even if Richard was a thief, even if he stole jungle justice, that's what they did to him. By the same, his colleagues, the only difference is that he was a civilian staff. They did this to Richard. Took away the joy of a family. Took away a promising young man that had so much to give. All we want now is justice, because there's no amount of tears that can bring Richard back to life. But we want justice. Nigerian Navy failed him while he was alive. We pray they don't fail him now that he's dead. This case is looking like it is going to be swept under the carpets. They are hiding details surrounding how far they are going with the interrogation of the people who perpetrated this act. The Nigerian Navy are covering a lot of things. They are not saying anything to the family, saying that they cannot divulge information of the case to the family. Imagine losing your brother, your son, and still being deprived of knowing what's up with justice for him. And we are saying that we cannot keep silent. Please tag the appropriate authorities to this video. If you see this video, the only thing you can do for us is to tag the appropriate authorities. Tag the governor of Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu. Please come to our aid. We need justice for Richard. This was a young man that was taken from us abruptly. This was a young man that had dreams. This could have been your son. This could have been your brother. This could have happened to anybody. This could have happened to anybody. He worked there for 15 years, and to think that he died at the hands of the Nigerian Navy just makes me sick. Justice must prevail.